The Cleveland Browns saga with Deshaun Watson has been one of the most polarizing and painful chapters in recent NFL memory. A move that was supposed to change a franchise forever has instead turned into a nightmare that refuses to end. When the Browns traded for Watson, they didn't just give up a few picks, they gave away their future. Multiple valuable draft assets, a fully guaranteed contract worth over $200 million, and a wave of controversy that still hasn't faded. And now, years later, we're finally hearing an inside perspective from one of the key figures who was there when it all went down, Paul DePodesta. DePodesta, who was once part of the Browns front office, recently spoke about the infamous Watson trade during his press conference with the Rockies. And for the first time, he shed light on what really happened behind closed doors. Speaking candidly, DePodesta said, "Here's what I would say, and I truly believe this. I believe that most of the decisions, especially the big ones like that, are organizational decisions, right? I'm not a believer in the King Scout situation where there is one guy who makes every call. The jobs are too complex, the decisions are too hard. They impact too many different things. So I always think these sort of collective decisions, it can be hard to get unanimous opinions on those types of things. Everyone who is a part of that. We all own that. We just do. That's part of the deal." That statement says a lot. DePodesta wasn't throwing anyone under the bus, but he made it clear that the Deshaun Watson trade wasn't just the decision of one person. It wasn't just GM Andrew Berry. It wasn't just owner Jimmy Haslam. It was the entire organization from the top down who believed in Watson at that moment. Everyone from the head coach to the executives thought they were making a winning move. At the time, the logic almost made sense. Baker Mayfield had lost the team's trust. The Browns were desperate for a top-tier quarterback who could take them to the next level. And on paper, Watson was that guy. His stats were elite, his highlights were electric, and his ceiling looked sky-high. Teams across the league were fighting to get him despite the allegations swirling around him, proof of just how talented he was on the field. But no one, not even the most pessimistic fan in Cleveland, could have predicted how bad this would turn out. Watson's play has been far below expectations. Injuries, inconsistency, and constant distractions have turned that massive investment into a cautionary tale for every NFL franchise. And now, as DePodesta pointed out, it's not about blaming one man, it's about accountability across the board. The Browns took a risk, they believed in their evaluation, and now they're paying the price. The silver lining? This storm might soon pass. With only one more year left on Watson's enormous deal, the Browns are inching closer to finally escaping this mess. It's been a tough lesson in how quickly ambition can turn into regret, but maybe, just maybe, Cleveland can find a way to rebuild and start fresh once that contract expires. In the end, Paul DePodesta's comments remind us that football isn't just about talent or stats, it's about judgment, teamwork, and sometimes humility. The Browns made a franchise-altering decision, and they'll carry that weight until the very end. So what do you think? Was Paul DePodesta being honest, or was he protecting the organization's image one last time? Drop your thoughts below because this story isn't over yet. If you're a Browns fan, buckle up, the ride is far from finished. And if you love deep dives like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss any breakdown.